said I was gonna probably be done after that. But let's do like one more side quest here, so that I can. I also got that one. Do one more side quest here so I can get level 16. Get those like, other talents I wanted.
Serona at the Three Broomsticks about.
Come and see me about a pressing and highly confidential matter at your earliest convenience. I believe that we may be able to help each other.
Where's my eyes? Yep,
Please
okay.
see me after class once you have completed the tasks I've set for you. I would like... Descendo, useful for pulling objects to the ground.
Leave it to the groundskeeper to teach me how to break into places.
Oh, I was hoping to see you again, my young friend. Gladwin Moon, Hogwarts caretaker, at your service. First, please allow me to apologize if I seemed a bit unsteady when we last met. I'm afraid I had a rather disconcerting encounter. Although I hear your visit to Hogsmeade was even more eventful than mine.
I suppose you could call it eventful.
I forgot that my family had food already.
Oh, of course not. From what I understand, the village was lucky you were there. In fact, my recent visit to Hogsmeade is the reason I was hoping to bump into you. I could use your help with something. Do you see that curious statue over there? Watch what happens when that light changes from day to night.
So we just sat there all day after he said that. I'm glad he asked to meet me in the morning for that.
Now, if you wouldn't mind humoring me for a moment, see if you can remove the moon statue. Odd little contraptions, aren't they? It seems the statue vanishes once the moon is removed, which, incidentally, can only be done at night. Why don't you hold on to that one for now, and I'll explain more as we walk. Ever since that fateful day in the village, those curious statues have begun appearing about the castle. A fair number have been strewn around Hogsmeade. Someone, it seems, is trying to torment me. You see, that day in Hogsmeade, I turned a corner and came face to face with a boggart, or shapeshifter, if you will, which takes the form of whatever scares you most. This one took the form of a demiguise.
A demiguise?
Yes! Terrifying creature that can see the future. Wholly unnerving. I encountered one when I was a lad in Korea. Terrible experience. Those statues are demiguises. The moons, I assume, are an uninspired play on my name. Some jackanapes used a boggart to learn my greatest fear and use it against me. I have my suspicion as to the scoundrel or scoundrels responsible. It is my hope that they will slip up and reveal themselves as the statues disappear. That is why I need your help in removing the statues.
Why me?
A couple of reasons, frankly. First, your daring do against those trolls in Hogsmeade has gained you a reputation for fearlessness. Second, as macabre and hideous as a demiguise is, most would find my fear of them unwarranted. You, however, have seen how they affect me. I'm at my wit's end, young friend. I simply can't bring myself to go near them. In fact, I know of two statues right here in the faculty tower. Perhaps you could start simply by removing them, so I can go about my evening duties.
Why would I do this? Seems all risk and no reward.
Oh, rest assured, there's very little risk, and there is, in fact, a reward. I will teach you a particularly useful spell. First, you know how to cast a disillusionment charm, correct? You'll want to do that before wandering the tower at night. Next, you'll notice that the door is locked. However will you get in? Alahomora, that's how.
But what about curfew?
Curfew? Oh, tosh. I sense you're a bit like me when I was your age. Oh, the school was my oyster. And I took advantage of it. Oh, everyone loved me for it. Oh, those were the days. Now, you'll find one statue in the prefect's bathroom and the other in the hospital wing. Good luck. Oh, and thank you.
Whoops.
Alohomora.
Remove the sparks and rotate the dials until both corresponding gears activated. I see. I at first was assuming I was trying to line these up with something and move them around, but I have to get them both moving, I guess. Okay.
You're in. Remember, use a disillusionment charm so no one claps eyes on you. This is a restricted area of the castle, after all. Revelio.
Professor Fig, I am in receipt of your most recent owl. Apologies for the delay in my response. I'm still receiving a good deal of correspondence regarding my introduction to the not-so-recent stooging penalty in Quidditch, which, in my humble opinion, has brought the game into a modern age. Astonishing, frankly, how many spectators want nothing less than seeing Quidditch keepers flattened entirely. As to the topic of a recent letter, we at the Ministry assure you that any and all potential threats to wizard kind are taken seriously. I have made note of your concerns, and in so much as time allows, the Department of Magical Law Enforcement will ensure the matter is looked into, schedule permitting. We value the opinions of esteemed wizards such as yourself, and may you rest assured that we have matters well in hand. Should you wish, I can have my secretary secure seats for yourself and a guest in this year's Quidditch final. I think you would be delighted to see the results of a well-run and efficient government. Warmest regards, Barris Spavin, Minister for Magic.
Revelio.
Reminder to staff. The Hogwarts house elves do an exceptional job of keeping the castle in order. They are seldom unprepared for any number of items they might encounter each day. However, only the other day, an unexpected stash of wizarding crackers went off from behind a cushion. The cacophony was most untoward, engulfing one poor elf in blue smoke and giving those of us nearby an abominable ringing areas for the rest of the day. I expect that the culprit was Peeves. Please keep an eye out and be careful. Matilda Weasley. Headmistress. Well, deputy headmistress, whatever.
Revelio.
Alohomora.
Revelio.
My darling Abraham, you'd be overjoyed to know that the local children are taken to playing gobstones in the street just outside of your study window. They're quite charming, I must say. I noticed the youngest was without her own set of gobstones, so I lent her one of yours. I knew you wouldn't mind. I do hope things are going well at the castle. I'm relieved that you arrived safely. Dreadful story about that gentleman from the Ministry. Was he really traveling with Elazar? And a student? Simply dreadful. Do write when you have a moment. I'm most eager to hear stories of the Summoner's Court participants. Your students so adore you, my dear. With love, M. Whose room did I break into? The leprechauns, okay.
Revenue.
How are your students getting along this year?
Rather poorly, I'd say.
Is that so?
This must be the prefect's bathroom.
Why is the bathroom locked if there's people in here?
One of those goblins comes near me, I'll hand him his hat. Or helm, I suppose.
Aloha, Mora.
I'm not afraid of goblins. How dare you speak to a prefect that way? I'm a prefect too.
There are no students in the hospital wing on account of my venomous tentacula.
Not at the moment, no. Plenty of other perils and pitfalls.
So terribly disappointed about Quidditch being... Hufflepuff? Not Ravenclaw?
I know when I see a winning bet, and Ravenclaw would not have been that. Not this year, anyway.
I'm partial to Hufflepuff myself. What was that?
Unfortunate.
What was
I couldn't get him to reset after I took the fucking thing. It's 4:30. That'll take a few hours. I should be good today.
Quidditch being cancelled.
Huh. I had planned to bet a few galleons on Hufflepuff this season. And Ravenclaw would not have been that.
Easy peasy. That should give me 16, and then that'll be that for now.
Hello, Mr. Moon. I have the moons you asked me to collect.
Oh, goodness! You're as fearless as I'd hoped. An excellent start. If we can collect more, it may shed some light on who's behind all this. Of course, I first suspected Peeves. He drove the previous caretaker, Rancorous Carp, to an early retirement with his intolerable buffoonery. But that does not explain the boggart in Hogsmeade, does it? No. I am determined, with your help, to discover the identity of my tormentor.
I'll see what I can do, but I'm fairly busy. I can't promise anything.
Understood. But I hope you will find the time. In case it matters, I do have something to offer in exchange for your assistance. Now, remember, the moons are only retrievable at night. Thus, I encourage you to use a disillusionment when necessary.
How many statues are there to find?
I don't know precisely, but I've spotted dozens. Seems they're everywhere I look. You have your work cut out for you, if you were to ever unravel their meaning.
Understood. I shall keep an eye out.
I appreciate that. Oh, and I knew you were the one to ask for help. Keep at it so we can solve this mystery.
Alright, that should be 16.